If you're here, you're probably trying to improve your aim or just become better at CS2. And let me tell you, one of the biggest things that affects your aim is sensitivity. Whether you're missing shots by a pixel or struggling to flick consistently, your sensitivity might be the problem, or the solution. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to find the perfect sensitivity for you in Counterstrike 2. Not what the pros use, not what your friend swears by, just what actually works for you. But before we dive in, let me tell you about the sponsor of this video, SkinsMonkey. This video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a buying and trading website with over 150,000 available skins, which means it's a super fast and safe way to change up the skins in your inventory. If you don't want to trade away your old skins, then don't worry. SkinsMonkey also has free daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways for you to enter and win new skins for your inventory. They also have live 24/7 support. SkinsMonkey is offering up to a free $5 alongside a 35% deposit bonus to anyone who uses code KAIZO and deposits money using one of the many deposit methods for their first trade. Thanks to SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. Their link is in the description. Let's get back to the video. Thanks to SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. Now I want to hop into the first chapter of this video. What is sensitivity? Let's start with the basics. What does sensitivity actually mean in CS2? A really easy way of thinking about it is it's just how far your crosshair moves on screen when you move your mouse. A really easy way to think about that is high sense equals fast turns, quick flicks, but it can feel shaky. Lower sense equals more control, but you'll need a bigger mouse pad and more arm movement. In CS2, sensitivity is influenced by two things: your DPI, which is the setting on your actual mouse, and your in-game sensitivity, which is the number you set in your CS2 settings. To get a more consistent measurement, we use something called eDPI, which stands for effective DPI, and you get that by multiplying your mouse DPI by your CS2 sensitivity. So for example, I use 800 DPI on my mouse and a sensitivity of 1.1 in CS2. 800 times 1.1 equals 880 eDPI. That number, 880 eDPI, is super common in CS2. A lot of pro players are in the range of 800 to 1000 eDPI. It's a good middle ground, not too twitchy and not too sluggish. Now I want to jump into the section of the video where I show you how to find your best sensitivity. First, I want to start with you paying attention to your mousepad size. If you're using a small mousepad or just playing on your desk, a low sensitivity will feel awful because you'll keep running out of space. But if you get a full desk mat, you can use a lower sensitivity and rely more on your arm for aiming, which is what a lot of top tier CS2 players do. The second thing I want you to pay attention to is your playstyle. In CS2, some players hold tight angles and rely on micro adjustments. Others flick like crazy and need to turn fast for multifrags. If you're an opper or an anchor, you'll benefit from a lower sensitivity for control. If you're entry fragging or rifling in fast-paced rounds, a slightly higher sense can help. But either way, it should feel natural, like an extension of your hand. The third thing I want you to do is the 180-degree test. Start with your mouse all the way on one edge of your mousepad, swipe across, and if you can do a 180-degree turn, then you know you're somewhere around where your best sense is going to be. If you can't do a 180-degree turn, that means you need your sense to be higher. And if you're doing a lot of 360s or even really just a little bit over a 180, I would recommend dropping your sensitivity because a lower sensitivity will mean more control, and if you don't need that high of a sensitivity, there's no reason to have it. The whole point of having a good sensitivity is so you can react quickly and confidently, like turning because your opponent is behind you, but still track smoothly when holding an angle. The fourth thing I want you to do is play deathmatch a lot. That can be on Valve servers, it could be on community servers, or you could do other alternatives like playing Aimbots and other aim maps. They all do the same thing where you're constantly shooting and constantly adjusting, so you're getting used to your sensitivity. I want you to pay attention to things like, are you overshooting heads? Are you underflicking consistently? And does your aim feel effortless or forced? A pro tip for when playing DM is try recording your sessions and watching them back. You'll often notice little patterns that are hard to spot in the moment and will make it easier to fine-tune your settings even further. Now, this next section of the video, I'm going to dedicate to the people that have no idea what they're doing or are completely lost still. That's totally okay. I'm going to give you some settings that I think are a good baseline and you can make adjustments to. So for your DPI, I recommend having it at 800. Your in-game sensitivity, I recommend having it at 1.1 because this will have your eDPI at 880. This is where a ton of pro players sit, and if a lot of people are there, then it must be good. You can always make small changes. I recommend doing it at 0.1 increments at a time. Don't make huge jumps. Even tiny changes can throw off your muscle memory. And once you find something that clicks, stick with it. Play for a week straight on that setting before deciding to change anything. If you change too much, it can really mess with your aim, and it will ultimately be worse for you than just sticking on the original sensitivity you were on prior to this video. Alright, so that's all I have for this video. Hopefully this video did help you find your best sensitivity. Remember, there is no best sensitivity for everybody. It's all about what helps you feel confident and consistent. Once you lock it in the right setting, give your aim time to adjust and everything else starts to fall into place. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and let me know in the comments, what's your sense in eDPI in CS2? And if you have questions, make sure to ask me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.